Hello, family and friends. Take a tour with me to the Northwest Kidney Centers in Seattle, Washington. I had the opportunity to visit this facility late last year, I think it was. So I was just going through some pictures and videos and figured, hey, why not just talk a little bit about it? So, the Northwest Kidney Centers is a dialysis facility that opened in 1962, like I said, in Seattle, Washington. It is the first in the world to provide dialysis treatments, particularly hemodialysis treatments to patients in the United States. Well, the globe, because at that time it wasn't really available for those. There was some treatments somewhat for the patients who had what we call acute kidney injury or AKI. So acute kidney injury or AKI is when the kidneys are working, but they were temporarily damaged because of, say, an infection or maybe medication. Say they're taking too much medication. Your doctors may have told you to kind of watch. There's certain medications that are not kidney friendly, and those would be like your ibuprofens, like Motrin, Aleve. Some people just take a lot of it, and over time, it will start to wear on the kidneys. It will cause them to decline. You have when it completely declines, we call those patients their end-stage kidney disease, meaning their kidneys no longer function. You have those their kidneys are functioning, but they're declining gradually. We call them chronic kidney disease patients, or CKD. And just a little bit of facts about that. There are about 37 million people in the United States who are diagnosed with CKD. It's an alarming number. So just wanted to give you that little bit of fact. Here at the Northwest Kidney Center, this is our guide, and this wall, their wall of history, is about 22 feet long. It just give a timeline detailing like the milestones there at the Northwest Kidney Center's history. And on the other side, which we'll see in just a few minutes, there are like different artifacts from some of the early machines that were used to a sample of one that's used today. So when this clinic or this facility opened, which by the way, there's still patients that are dialyzing there, but it's much bigger. When they first opened, it was in a small basement area in the facility, and it was only able to provide services to 3 patients. And those 3 patients would come to the treatment center 2 times a week, and they would have to stay anywhere from 12 to 16 hours each treatment. Now, today, patients go to their dialysis facility to get treatment 3 times a week at an average about 4 hours. Now, it could be 4.5, 4:45, even 5 hours. I had a patient once and his treatment was 7 hours. I had a patient whose treatment was 3 hours. So the really small, tiny patients, they could get their treatment. We call it adequate cleaning, in about 3 hours. And then those who are nice and healthy, they may need longer treatments, like the 7 hours to get adequate cleaning. So it's come a long way, the facilities that is, from a basement that just only serviced 3 people to a facility. So the largest facility that I worked in was able to treat 36 people at a time, and they would split them in shifts. So the first shift would start at 5 a.m. and then the last patient would get on, I want to say 5 p.m., 6 p.m. at the latest. So, and then there were a shift in between that. So 5A until 10A, and then another set of patients would come in, and then they would get off, and then another set would go in. This clinic would service 36 patients each shift. So it's come a long way. This particular area is for those patients who are getting peritoneal dialysis. So hemodialysis is where we're taking the blood out of the body and cleaning it and putting it back in. Peritoneal dialysis, these are peritoneal dialysis machines. This is where they do their treatments at home, and they're getting treatments every single night. Okay, so they have a catheter in their belly. We call it a peritoneal catheter, and it's in their belly. And what it does is fluid from the machine. And so those two clear, big drum container like things, that would hold the fluid, and it would go into the patient's belly, and it would clean it really good, and then it will filter back out, and it does that throughout the night. So that's how their treatment goes. Again, we're looking at some more historical information on the milestone wall. All the different people who've played a role in it. Now, this is Dr. Eschbach, and I guess I pronounced his name right. So part of our kidneys, one of the functions that it does is to help produce hormones that help with the regulation or the formation of red blood cells. So he understood the importance of epogen, and that helps. So patients who are on dialysis, they a lot of times need to have that particular medication or treatment during their treatments. Some more artifacts, early machines that were used. This is the Mini 2. This was the first home dialyzer, people who do their dialysis at home. This is the Koff Brigham drum, rotating drum. This was for those individuals who have the AKI, the acute kidney injury. It was used to help them. This is, I believe, one of those early home dialysis machines. No, this is it right here. These are some of the early home dialysis machines. And that's another one. And I believe, and this is one that was used in the dialysis clinic. So home hemodialysis is not a lot of people doing it, but it is being done. And this is one that's being used today. So thank you all for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this little tour of the Northwest Kidney Centers. If you're ever in Seattle, give them a stop by. It was a great center to visit. Thank you.